text 81771. Start your message with the word foil. Standard geographic charges apply. Or look us up on BBC Radio Foil on social media.
Yes, indeed. It was a busy day yesterday for the entrepreneur Elon Musk. Not only did his SpaceX rocket blow up after the launch, I can't remember the phrase, it was a terminal ending encounter, right enough. But Kevin's here. What was it? What did he call it?
A rapid disassembly, a rapid unexpected disassembly.
Yeah,
really.
that kind of happened to Titanic too, but but anyway. But a bigger blow up, of course, the removal of the Twitter blue ticks. They're white ticks when you think about it, but people call them blue ticks. The social media's iconic blue tick was initially a way of protecting well-known or prominent people from impersonation. They were deemed to be, that's the real deal. There's William Crawley, there's Professor Curran, there's Ronaldo, there's Lineker. But yesterday the cull kicked in. So gone are the blue ticks for the Pope, Beyonce, Anton Deck. Gary Lineker keeps his, so he must pay it up, even though Ronaldo has lost his. Well, joining me, as I say, is Kevin. Kevin Curran is the Professor of Cybersecurity at the Ulster University at Mickey. Why do we get so head up about blue ticks? Because he's kind of wrecked it now, hasn't he? I could go on tomorrow, pay him a couple of pounds and call myself Albert Einstein.
Initially, when he came out with that, I actually thought he was nuts. But I've seen the way he's tackled the bots. I've seen his responses. I believe he looks for truth. Again, because traditionally...
that's a huge statement.
It is, yeah, but traditionally blue ticks have been the language used to communicate whether an account is official.
Yeah.
Again, so you have to tick there. And of course, it started basically the year that, 14 years ago, the year that Twitter came around, where a basketball star, an NBA star, found that he was being impersonated. So he complained, and of course, then they brought in this verification technique. But now, of course, they've removed that. So now to check if an account is authentic, you have to maybe link up the Twitter handle, look at the person's website and see is it the same, and also look at the number of followers and their previous tweets to see are they real. So it puts a bit more onus on the individuals to figure out if someone is unique. But it does open up, and there has been so many parody accounts and everything else. But there's also gold ticks and grey ticks.
There's a gold tick?
There is, yeah. For organisations which pay $1,000 a month. And then anyone who's a sub kind of organisation within that can get a grey tick as well to prove that, that they are.
So... Right, okay. This isn't the dumbing down of Twitter, Kevin, because now it means nothing. Those of us who want truth, right, go on there and go, I want to find the real Lineker, the real Ronaldo, the real person, and we know that they're the real, but he's muddied the waters there, surely. What value has a blue tick now, apart from him getting cash?
Well, of course, yeah, and the reason anyone now was subscribed to it is it allows you to edit tweets, again, and allows you to post up to 4,000 characters, more like Facebook.
4,000?
Yeah, by having the blue subscription.
That's a novel. That's a novella, isn't it?
But generally, when you search for someone popular, the leading accounts will come up in the search tag as well, so you can kind of tell who you're following.
But he's made that more difficult for us. Where's the entrepreneurship? I'm tempted. I think I'm getting to the stage now, Kevin, where I'll not miss my Twitter account. Not that my Twitter account matters at all. I had a blue tick, but he took it off me after about 20 minutes. So for those 20 minutes, I was a person of significance, and I went, "Oh, I've got a blue tick."
I would agree. I think blue tick can be handy at times to see if someone is the authentic. But no, I just go by accounts. I don't even remember which accounts of mine are blue tick verified. I go by interest in people. I would use Twitter more than any other social media platform. Now, not me posting. I only post my interviews. I do about one personal photograph a year on each platform.
Yeah, but what happens if somebody just copies and pastes your photograph? You're a prominent person.
That's fine.
Leading academic.
Yeah.
Calls themselves Professor Kevin Curran and buys a blue tick. There'll be lots of people going, there's Kevin, look.
But that's fine if they want to waste their time. I'll notify Twitter and hopefully it'll be taken down.
But they could notify Twitter and say, you're the fake.
Well, that's fine. But Twitter, let's see, you're kind of linked to your phone number as such when you sign up for Bluetooth.
But wasn't it just simpler when he played in good faith with the prominent folk?
It was indeed, but he's not the richest guy in the world for no reason. He's got a real business brain. Twitter has been losing money. How many more years did it go on losing money? It's not a public service, it's not a charity, it's a business. And this is a way, again, of getting people back to get subscriptions. Otherwise, it was really free. And yes, the ads were generally, the ads were there, given up. But now that the ad market has tanked worldwide, in so many ways, it's the advertising market, and no one actually understands why.
It doesn't feel like that. They're everywhere.
No, advertising is I can see it in magazines that I would have been speaking to regularly have shut down. So many news outlets again. About 1/5 of what it was before COVID.
Hold on. Kevan. Curran. Kevin Curran. I'm on Twitter. Professor Kevin Curran.
Yeah, it's a blue tick there yet. I paid for it 15 minutes ago.
You've no blue tick.
No, not yet.
15 minutes ago.
Yeah. And I've verified my phone number, and I can now
You didn't pay them, Kevin.
I did, yeah.
Why did you pay them?
It's 100 because, look at, one of the things I do is I'm a public figure, and I'll be more important in the future.
You've 35,000 followers.
Yeah, when you need trusted opinion in a world where we're heading into with generative AI, where things can be faked, you need to be able to trust people, especially, look at what happened to COVID. There's disinformation, how the government got so much wrong, but I'm not trying to, it was new.
But this opens the door to disinformation because we trusted the blue ticks when they meant something.
Not in my case, but also I'm a public figure. So when I go on media and someone is interviewing me, right? So any media organization, I always repost the interviews to help them again because, they're either in, of course, we're government funded here, but they're in business again. So that gives me more of an outreach for the people who interview me.
Research and training at Ulster University. He speaks. You wrote that. Third person. He speaks to media about security, hacking, social media, blockchain, and all things technology. Londonderry, Northern Ireland, kevincurran.org. So there you go. No blue tick. How much did you pay?
It's 100 actually.
A year?
Yeah.
Permanently? £100 forever?
Oh, no, £100 per year. Yeah.
Kevin.
But
you're doing his work for him. We're already the product. We are the product on Twitter.
Look, it's important. It's just important that when I'm interviewed, that I get it out there when I'm saying.
Kudos.
Partly, but I believe what I'm saying is giving people information.
Of course, and that's why we ask you so often.
Exactly.
I don't know. I think he's racking it a bit. I think he's opening the door to any Hallion to come in and say any damn thing they want.
It's funny. I was just telling someone today, people didn't know, I'm friends with his ex-wife, Justine.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, okay. See, you see, that's that sort of kudosy thing. I don't know. I just prefer it when you're Professor Kevin Curran, blue tick, Ulster University is there, BBC's there, Lineker, whomever, the Pope, and that's right, we know that's the Pope.
Yeah.
And anybody could be the Pope.
But it's important because now I can edit the tweets without having to delete,
Okay.
Yeah,
they should have had an edit button, shouldn't they?
They should have had, yeah.
£100 a year. More money than sense?
No. It's a productivity spend for me. Yeah.
Right, that's Twitter, folks. So, and that's why it's funny when it's pointed out to you that it's actually a blue circle with a blank in the middle of it. It's actually a white tick.
It is.
It is a white.
It is a white tick in a blue background.
Okay. Yeah. Right, folks. When Kevin is here this weekend, I can't get my head fully around this, but prepare yourselves for this coming up unannounced on your phone. Right. This is the first nationwide test of a public warning system that sends alerts to UK mobiles at 3 o'clock on Sunday. It's a test. We get them in here all the time. There's going to be a fire alarm at 9 o'clock in the morning. La, 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 la. But this is different. The emergency alerts is designed to broaden urgent messages in the event of a disaster like severe flooding, fires, or extreme weather. Mobiles with 4G or 5G will emit that kind of loud siren. You'll get a message on your phone. It'll vibrate for up to 10 seconds. Also intended for, as I say, threats to life, maybe locally, not at all across the country or whatever, or maybe big global things. Who knows? God, you just don't know what your man Putin's capable of. Other forms of terrorist attacks, incidents in an area that might need to be cleared, like bombs, nuclear threats, dangerous criminals on the loose. Kevin, is this valuable? Because the thought of this is fearsome, because you're going, they must be doing it for a reason. Is somebody going to bomb us? Or, I find, I'm not sure if it's helpful. Do you?
I think this is a sensible approach because other countries have proven this. Japan, the US, the Netherlands as such, and it's been useful. Of course, we do not get severe, really, weather, things like tornadoes and earthquakes here in Ireland, but you could have localised flooding, but people would generally know. But as you say, we're heading into an era we've never been in before. It's unprecedented, where we're on the brink of World War III. So these will be useful. Look, it doesn't cost us much. There's one message coming in. Okay, now there's people worried about the alert will sound. There's people worried about those who suffer domestic abuse, for instance, who have a second phone. But to be honest, again, the only way they can ensure that phone is not discovered if it's in the proximity of their abusive partner, which it shouldn't be.
People at risk of just to put a bit of detail on that, people at risk of domestic abuse have been advised to turn off any mobiles that they keep hidden from a malignant person in their life. As ministers prepare the first launch today. The warning will do those things on your phone, but the women's sector are not happy about huge aspects of this. I have more detail here, Kevin, just as you're speaking. I have it. There was a specific position, I think it was from one of the women's charity. Yes, the government said people should follow Refuge's advice and switch off any device or put them on airplane mode for the duration of the test in case let's be blunt about this, an abuser finds a phone which they didn't know was there, that maybe that partner or child or whomever, has been using to call in a crisis situation. Horrible thought.
Exactly. The only way to ensure is to have it in airplane mode or to switch it off, really. Otherwise, if it's even on for a vibrate, the sound will come through and it'll still vibrate again. So that'll alert people.
So settings, every phone's different, I suppose.
Yeah, and you can also go into settings on any phone if you don't want to partake in this from the government. So you just, it's up to you. Go into settings on Android or Apple and just type in emergency alerts. Then you'll get at the bottom of the screen, you'll be able to turn off severe alerts and emergency alerts. So people can do that if they're worried about this. I mean, there was crazy stuff again coming out that is going to be used by the government to send viruses over the airwaves again, and just some people are nuts, really.
Right. Well, listen, people may be concerned about that in terms of abusive situations.
Because
check Refuge Tech Safety. Sorry, Kevin. Refuge Tech Safety. That's one word. Refuge Tech safety.org. That's helpful.
Because the internet is so crucial to our lives for information and everything else, and we've never seen a major outage of the internet, but that could happen in attacks or whatever else. So one of the things we might only have to rely on for real information from the government is these emergency texts.
I know, you're right. I mean, I saw the blaring and all that goes off in Japan if a tsunami is coming. The Hawaiian people have this as well. So you can see the public benefit in that sense. Kevin, thank you for popping in today with the blue ticks. Have you got your blue tick yet? I'll refresh your page here. Hold on, refresh that. Professor Kevin Curran hasn't got a blue tick. So your £100 has been £100 badly spent thus far, Kevin. Thank you for popping in, Professor Kevin Curran there from the Ulster University.